All right, let's get started. Joanie Abraham is presenting today.
Okay.
We don't have actually, Lori, you were trying to sign up and register and create a listing or something, and you had problems. So get back to me
Yeah,
because I don't know what those problems, how to resolve
yeah.
those problems unless we talk. Um,
Okay, well, I'll go back and I'll do it again and then I'll tell you exactly where I'm getting stuck.
right. If you are getting stuck, then we should do a call, or you can tell me exactly where.
Okay.
Um, Joni, so because we don't have any guests, I'm not going to go deep into what we are, but for the benefit of the recording, this is the Trusted Referral Network. And today, Joanie Abraham is giving the presentation or the showcase. She's going to talk about her latest Vidbits, and I think she may talk about her latest coming NFT offering. Wonderful. And so I'm going to give you 15 minutes on the timer. You know how to share the screen. And if everybody would go on mute. By the way, Joni, do you want people to put questions in the chat or just chime in or wait till the end?
You know what? They can chime in.
Okay. So feel free to chime in anytime. Go for it.
Here we go. Wait a minute. Let me, what's going on here?
You want a presentation mode, I think, right?
Why am I clicking this and nothing's happening?
You want to go to presentation mode? Slideshow is not working. The
I
bottom.
View.
Joni, go down to the bottom right and hit that little
No, little to the
projector.
left.
Left,
Little to the
left,
left.
right there.
No, to the left.
No. Yep.
Right there, yes. That should do it.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
You're welcome.
Go back to the beginning here.
And you see that? Okay, wonderful.
Okay, I'm presenting this today. Most of you know about my Vidbits because I'm talking about them all the time. And I'm presenting this today because I want your opinions on our NFTs and how we plan on using them. I read a headline in Women's Wear Daily this morning about the fashion industry is still gaga over NFTs, and I will explain how we give them value. And I'm very interested in your how you react to all that offering and how viable you think it is. That's what I'm trying to get to. So basically what style branding does is we create content for the web, for social media marketing. And our content focuses on entertainment, but it's very infused with the brand markings, and it's designed to put a smile on people's faces daily or at least 3 times a week. So using the seduction of style and the power of video for daily engagement is what, why is this not moving? So the problem is that the fashion industry is realizing how viable social media is for presenting product, promoting product, and selling product. So what are their problems? Their problems are finding engaging content, how to reach their target market specifically. They're always searching for new things that make it interesting for their community, and they're trying to tie their social media content to their business objectives. So what is the solution? We believe that the solution, which is, I think, unique in the marketplace, are these 35 to 40-second video stories that are episodic. And the characters reflect the brand's target market, so everything is customized for the client and the brand. We use a unique form of animation in presenting the product, so it's very stylized. It's a high-quality product, and it's designed to be entertaining. So what is a Vidbit? It's an innovative sales tool that entertains using video and episodic storytelling. Let's see if I can...
We hear the sound, but it's a little garbled.
So I meant to start this off by saying this was our first client. It's a startup brand called Potro, and it's targeting the upscale Hispanic market. So there's no brand that really targets the Hispanic market specifically for the general mass market, and that was the point of this brand. So the first 10 Vidbits that we produced for them was positioning the brand to that market. So you could see how there was a lot of Spanish in the storytelling, and the characters are very cool New Yorkers in their late 20s. So what makes us unique? It's original content every day that presents the product in a stylized environment. It's storytelling that keeps the brand engaged, and it's episodic so that they want to come back for what's going on with these characters. It can be used to enhance the image of a lifestyle brand because it's very stylized, and it's priced for using 3, 4, 5 times a week in the brand's social channels. So it's a video format that can be affordable and also brand building. It's fresher, faster, original content, which is designed for the rhythm of social media communication. So it's not borrowed from our ads, it's not borrowed from promotions. It's created originally for social media communication. As I mentioned, that it's customized for the characters, and the music are to represent what the brand stands for. So you'll see that. So you can see how the stories are starting to position the brand and develop these characters that are representative of the audience that Potro is looking for.
Yeah, the sound on the video is not working well. We hear something, but it's hard to understand. There's no audio, right? It's just music?
Yeah, it's just music.
Okay.
Gee, that's funny. And what the monthly packages. So what we do is we sell the packages, and we sell stories in packages of 10. So for 10 stories a month, you get the characters and the dialogue, the animation of the product, and the music that ties everything together. This is from our first client, Potro, and his comment on the Vidbits, which he really got. He believes that this partnership will shape values to determine the future of our brand. So not only are these original, but they're designed not only to reinforce the brand community, bring them together on a regular basis, but also enhance the brand image. So what is our pricing for these stories? A monthly package, we sell them on a subscription basis. And for 10 stories, you get for $18,000. If you buy 6 months of stories, there's a discount at $72,000. And if you buy the year, there's an additional discount, and it's $10,000 a story. So it goes from $18,000 to $10,000 a story. We are also offering a launch package for our launch brands of $6,000 for 10 stories. And they will have that rate as long as they stay with our services. We also have a white label service where anybody who brings in a brand at this point, we're giving 25% away, but our usual cut is 15% for bringing a client to us. So this is our latest addition, and it's for NFTs. And what we can do is we can make, we're designing very specific NFTs that have a very distinctive look about them. They will be emblazoned with the brand logo, and the brand is given as many NFTs as it needs. And what we do with these NFTs is the NFTs have promotional value. So they offer unprecedented opportunities for brands to showcase their creativity and their authenticity. They unlock rewards, introducing NFT-powered loyalty programs, and offer collectible digital assets to your most loyal customers. So every time you buy a product, for every product, you get an NFT free. So the client's getting the NFT free. And then the NFT has value. It has promotional value. So we also have a comprehensive NFT package where we can create metaverses for the client, or barcodes, whatever they need to create this environment, or their NFTs can work in our environment. We will have a mini web page where these NFTs will be able to interact as well. And what you can do is, for instance, you give them the NFTs, they can turn around and sell the NFT back to you, and you can give it whatever value you want. So if you have a t-shirt for $150 like Potro, and instead of putting the polo shirt on sale half price, you can give the client $60 cash for getting that NFT back. You can have promotions where if they hold on to their NFTs 3 times a year, you pick out 100 winners of $500 each if they have an NFT with the right value. So you're using it as a promotional tool on whatever promotions you devise for your audience. And it creates, more important than anything, brand engagement. They can use their NFTs in your marketplace, in our marketplace. They can trade them. They can trade Potro NFTs for Tommy Hilfiger NFTs. But by giving it promotional value, the customer is actually getting cash back for the NFTs that they have. So what is the pricing of this? The reason we put this in our package is we're hoping it's a much easier price of entry for brands wanting to try out these new products. So instead of $6,000 a month for the original videos, you can get an unlimited number of NFTs for the year for $1,000. So a brand can get as many as it needs for $1,000 a year. If you buy our Vidbit packages, you will get the NFTs for free for a year. It includes full access to our comprehensive suite of services and allows your brand to maximize your return on investment, future-proof of the brand's digital strategies. So it really takes the brand into Web 3.0, but it gives value to the NFTs. It's not just an NFT with the outfit on it. It's an NFT that has actual monetary value to the owner.
It's about 2.5 minutes left. It looks like you're finishing up.
Yeah. So this is about my background in video merchandising and marketing since 1985. This is my team and the different brands that they've worked for. They're all first-class talents, have worked on a national platform for most of their careers. And then this is how can we help you stand out from the crowd. I mean, it's really to create individuality and engagement. And
so we have questions. I mean, there was one, let's see. Does the content also get used in sponsored posts? This is from Zev. On social media, in other words, Instagram ads, or only organic? That's the Vidbits.
They can be used wherever you can use video content. So
it can be in an ad as well. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I have a question. How do the NFTs, do they need an app of some sort to, manage their account, to trade? How does that work?
No, they trade in the metaverse, in the environment that they're in. This is the first time I've presented them. So I'm really appreciative of these questions because I am not a techie. I'm
Okay.
lucky enough to have a partner. My CFO is in India.
Mhm.
So he's got a wealth of talent, and we can get this at a much reduced price, which is how we can pass that on to our clients.
So it's some like on Ethereum or one of the NFT
Right.
networks.
Yes, you can use it in Decentraland or any of those public places. You'll be able to use it on our website. We'll have a place where the NFTs can interact, and we can build a miniverse for the clients as well.
So typically, I believe, and Nathan asked what environments, I believe, it's going to be either Bitcoin or Ethereum or some currency that is a blockchain currency. Am I right, Nathan, or maybe Chris knows?
Well, there's no charge for them.
Right.
So you're talking about the cash back? The cash back is in regular currency.
Right.
Yeah,
but
you're confused. The NFT is a sort of permanently kind of identified and certified and fungible kind of token.
Right.
So it's not a
not a currency.
I guess it's like a currency, but it's not.
Right.
We shouldn't conflate it with the currencies themselves. It's an
I see.
identifier.
Thank
It's
you.
like
Yes,
it's a token
right.
so it's like a membership card in a sense, the way that it's being used in this
Exactly.
context.
Like
Exactly.
a loyalty card, yeah.
And the Web 3.0 marketing environment is utterly and absolutely different from the Web 2.0 market that we're operating in today. So it's different people. There's a different set of norms. There are different marketing methodologies. It's a whole other world that we're all going to need to learn more about.
Obviously.
Right, and me too. And James, I really appreciate, yes, they are tokens. In the fashion industry, they are tokens rather than having currency value. And the industry is very jazzed by this because a lot of the brands are getting into it and they're dressing their NFTs, which are sort of dopey looking little images, and selling them to their clients so that their client has a Balenciaga NFT that he can take anywhere in the metaverse. And these are designed to be used anywhere in the metaverse, but especially it can be used on our platform as well as the brand's platform if they have access to
Right.
a metaverse. Is that correct? Am I using because I'm not real sure. I'm glad you're there, James. That's all I can tell you.
Why don't we
Well,
wind it up?
I'm a neophyte too, but I'm learning because I have some business associates who are genuinely and deeply involved.
Oh, interesting. How does anybody deal with retail clients?
So,
Not a lot.
Joan, if it helps at all, we've built a couple of NFT platforms, obviously inclusive of blockchain, for a couple of professional soccer clubs. The purpose, I think, is a little bit different yet the same. They do have a value, which is determined by the market. But it's almost a loss leader in that the platform that was built with the NFTs, either with a playing card of the players or some type of memorabilia, drives the audience to this massive video commerce offering. So that's what we have built, but I've seen them completely used, just like you had said, for engagement, non-value for engagement, loss leaders, just to intrigue people. I've seen them both ways.
All right. Thank you, Joan. One more comment.
Yeah. Regarding NFTs, I worked with a colleague of mine, the name of Talon McTavish. We built a collection on OpenSea. So called the Faces of Denial, but it's 10 images of a different stylized face that I created using 3D Studio Max. And actually part of what I'm looking for and I'm not sure if this is appropriate for this conversation, but is to do some work as an artist, whether it's in NFTs or other areas, but working with 3D as well as Photoshop and photography as well. So
Yeah, my animator created art NFTs, and you
Sure.
know, it's nice they have them and they're in there. To me, these have more value to the consumer for the promotional value, and that it has a monetary element connected to it.
yeah, I realize that the NFTs that we've got, I believe they're priced at 0.3 or 0.03 Ethereum. I forget exactly, not very much, translated into like $60 thereabouts. But yeah, I have to say I don't know a lot about NFTs. I've been involved in it. I feel like I'm still on the edge of the whole thing, but my primary interest is not the NFTs itself, it's creating the art. That's what I care about.
Right. I figured that's what you cared about. That's
Yeah.
why yeah.
All right,
And
we should move on because I want to get
Sure,
everybody in
no
for intros. So I dropped in the chat the order in which people showed up. I think we have like 2.5 minutes since it's only 9 of us. And I guess Joanie has already gone, so it's 8. So why don't we start with Nathan? By the way, if I didn't get your name up there, let me know. It would be Nathan, Chris, Clinton, in that order. So if everybody would go on mute except for the speaker, I'll put it in speaker mode so that speaker is highlighted. So Nathan, take us away.
Okay.
Take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my name is Nathan Segal. I'm a transplanted Canadian living in Mexico. My major thing has been ghostwriting. And what I've been doing is showing people how to write a book and to save up to 80% of the time and money it takes to actually do one. I have a system in place. And if there's something you want to know about, I can show you how to make it work. The other aspect of what I've been doing is something called licensing. And what I've done is years ago, I did a licensing deal with a software company where I licensed a book that I wrote, and basically I've updated it. And the purpose behind the book, it's going to be used, or the audience I'm looking for are photographers, art directors, designers. And the purpose is to use it as a licensing tool. In other words, where people would buy access to the book over a period of time. It's what I did with the software company. They sold it as a value add with their software, and it's the same idea with what I have here, but it's all about licensing. So if you're a creative individual, you want to license your works, you don't know how, you want to make sure that you don't get ripped off. That's what this book is about. It talks about licensing, contracts, stock photography, and finishes with a section on setting up a photographic studio so you can photograph your works of art, designs, whatever it is, so you can get the highest quality of imagery. And that's basically it.
Very neat. I know there's a lot of concern right now about AI machines scraping
Absolutely,
content
because
and not
because
paying.
in many cases I've heard about content being stolen, used for AI. There are lawsuits all over the place about it. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, because like, for example, an argument that was going around years ago is if it's on the web, it must be free. Well, it's not. And if you use an image without getting permission to use it, you could get your butt sued off.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Chris Esposito.
Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Michael. For those of you that I have not met, my name is Chris Esposito. I run sales and marketing for a custom technology development studio called Studio Labs, based out of New York City. For the past 20 years, we've been building web, mobile, and software products, ranging from websites to custom e-commerce sites to NFT platforms, Joanie, enterprise software, and all different types of mobile device or mobile applications and everything in between. Although we've built thousands of products across the enterprise, our current focus is startup software companies, as well as agencies. We have 26 agency partnerships today that drive an awful lot of business for us. So when I look for, who makes a great referral for me, startup founders, co-founders, CTOs, I have an idea, I have some money, I need someone to architect the product for me correctly, build an MVP, get it to market. That's been a home run for us for the past couple of years and beyond. Agency executives, as well as anybody really in the marketing department. We have had a massive run on everything AI. We've got 4 enterprise platforms in AI being developed right now. So that is also a great referral. Anybody in AI.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And you're also based in New York?
We are based out of New York, satellite office out of Buffalo. We have a global team, but I am across the river in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Hoboken. Wonderful. All right. Thank you. Clinton. Clinton Barnes.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Yeah, nice to meet you all. And I am across on the other side of the river from Chris, in Manhattan, but I am Australian as well. Not from around here. And I can confirm that it is funny talking to Americans and sort of having that North Korean-esque perspective of the rest of the world. they're sort of amazed that the rest of the world works. So just what the Canadians were talking about earlier, if you're wondering what I'm referring to. So by the way, I do branding. I have a branding agency here in New York, and I mostly focus on startups. I used to work in big corporates and big branding agencies, and I want to bring some of that brand strategy, that brand thinking down to startups, because I think they could do with a little bit of help in that regard, and use some more of these established principles in branding that are quite effective at growing brands. That's the kind of thing I do. I've been doing this for 6 months, and I'm already a bit too busy, which is a great feeling. The first 3 months I wasn't busy at all, by the way, but now I'm too busy. So ebbs and flows.
What types of startups are you working with?
An accounting firm that works with startups, and a VC firm that works with startups. But they're a tiny VC firm. Who else have I got? And a couple of theatrical, new businesses. One's a new musical. The other one's a new concert series in New York. The reason for the theatrical element is because of this. My husband is a pianist and conductor on Broadway, so I specialize in theater and finance, which makes no sense.
Theater and finance, great combination. All right. Well, they're both in New York City, that's for sure.
Yes, actually, yeah, that's the connection. New York City.
I was actually going to compliment you on your virtual background, but apparently it's not virtual.
That's amazing. That's really good. Yeah, I have got compliments on this background before. I think a lot about it, by the way. I go back and make sure that the kitchen looks good. And there was some bottles of spirits that I took out of the frame before. I thought that's not a good look. But anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't quite make out the pictures on the refrigerator, but other than that, it's great. All right.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, probably for the best. James Heaton.
You're on mute.
James, you with
Great
us?
to follow.
Yeah.
Yes, hi. Great to follow Clifton. The brand design firms are actually, to start with the end, they're actually a good referral source for us. We're a brand strategy and consulting agency in Brooklyn. But I'm currently on an island in northwestern Ontario because I came here for vacation and now I'm here for work, resulting sort of serendipitously from having hit a moose on my way here in Quetico Provincial Park and totaled my car, which freed me to not have to take my kids back to Brooklyn by car, sent them back on a plane. And I realized for the first time that I actually have good service here. So I'm staying for the duration. I can stay here the whole summer before I go back to Brooklyn when the weather's better. But I also proved during the pandemic that I could run the business from anywhere. So these are all sort of self-reinforcing aspects. My clients don't seem to mind. And when I need to get to a new business meeting, I just simply fly there. So things are going well, sort of taking kind of opportunities out of this new reality that allows us to be more virtual. All that being said, there's really no substitute for in-person, particularly with the kind of sort of intensive strategy work that we do. We're about to start a project for the National Gallery of Art in DC. And yes, theoretically it could be done virtually, but it's actually, when it comes to deep work, highly inefficient. And you want to get the sort of key players in the room and work through the sort of critical issues with them live in sort of a focused, concentrated way. And this is a thing that is always been sort of core to our work, and it's a core practice. So sort of live workshopping of kind of fundamental questions for a business or an organization, and I'll time out there. James Heaton, Kronvig. I don't think I even mentioned my name and all of that.
Kronvig, wonderful. Thank you so much. And if anybody is interested in doing a showcase, James and I did meet person to person many years ago, and I don't think not since then. I was down in his office in Brooklyn in the Navy Yard, and he took me through one of his strategy jobs for the Chicago Zoo.
Yeah,
really impressive. I know it took us about a half hour, and I don't know if you could squeeze it into 10 or 15 minutes. But
right, but going through a process, yeah, that's a good way of seeing it, because it's hard to explain. Actually,
it is hard to explain. It's very impressive how your process works. All right, Lori Karpman.
Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm Lori Karpman. I am located in Canada. I live in Montreal, Quebec. Though I work all over the world, and my business is primarily in the US. And I am, for the purposes of this meeting today, a professional copywriter. So I've been writing since I was 9. I started a school newspaper in grade 4, and I haven't stopped writing since. And it's why I went to law school and became a lawyer, because it's all writing and speaking, and that's the two things that I love to do best. But I'm a recovering attorney. I retired. And now I do a lot of work with businesses, with marketing agencies, because I write copy for business. So I write websites, blogs, I do ebooks, I do email campaigns and LinkedIn outreach and all of those kinds of things. So, and I've been doing that for a long time. I also have a management consulting firm, which is my main bread and butter, which is a franchise consulting firm, and we specialize in franchising and licensing. So we help businesses to become franchises. They come to us because they have one location or just a great idea, and we take that business, we put in all the systems and procedures and build them out into the franchise model.
Interesting. Okay. So you write LinkedIn outreach sequences?
Yes.
All right. I may want your help. I'm doing that right now.
Cool. With pleasure.
All right.
I will write. I just love to write. So if anybody has anything or clients that need something written, that's what I want to know about, because that's my passion.
All right. Thank you so much. Have you done work for law firms, marketing work for law firms?
Yeah, because I'm a lawyer. So
right.
I mean, I'm recovered, but I can write for them because I speak the same language. So they're good. Law firms are really good clients for me.
There's a member of our networking group who has a copywriting business called Legal Copywriting Central. And she does very well because she's so focused, and she she gets a lot of hits on her site in New York.
I bet.
All right. Krista, Giannak.
You're on mute. There you go.
Krista.
There we go. That should work now. I've noticed that a lot of marketing has a problem. It has a trust problem. It's so easy to get caught up in the trap of sharing our products, our services, loads and loads of ideas. Sometimes it's a fire hose of knowledge, and yet we're not building trust and boosting credibility with our audience. So I like to ask, who trusts you and why? I like to inspire readers to feel more comfortable taking action, which is a very different focus. And it can yield, especially as a ghostwriter and blogger, I combine my writing services, doing website content, professional bios, writing a book for someone. It's not as much about what the type of content I'm writing as the style that I'm writing to inform, to educate, and to get people involved, to get people to trust, to be on board with my clients' products, services, best of all, their ideas and the stories they tell. I used to shy away from my personal story, whereas now I embrace it. I speak about it. I'm a writer and amateur skier who just happens to be blind. People find that inspiring. I also embrace innovation that I get to learn about. One of my clients was working with a company that has an EEG device that transmits in real time live to specialists across the country. So really helpful for rural people. Another client worked with clients with 10 or fewer computer devices, which is really a unique market that helps reach out to small businesses with enterprise grade IT, helping people who are in a position to lose a whole lot if they are ever breached. So it's the innovation that drives my passion and the stories that drive my passion. Krista, Giannak, Wise Words That Matter, ghostwriter and blogger.
So one of the PR agencies in the group is doing a work for a client of mine that might be a good match for you. I'm not sure, he may be doing all the writing himself, but they have a program for cardiac recovery exercises, whatever you do yourself, and they're trying to promote it. So maybe I'll introduce you to Alan Winikoff.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I actually have met him.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken in a very long time. It would be good to get reacquainted.
Yeah, I mean, you can reach out to him directly if he has his info, but I'm happy to reconnect you guys either way.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I'll mention that you mentioned his client, that it was interesting to you.
Yep.
He's fabulous. He's really fabulous. His PR, his work.
Thanks,
Right,
Joan. And I love the way you shared the information about the crypto and how you can make stories out of that too, with the contests and the promotions and being in Web 3.0.
Much for that. I appreciate that. I'm of course, because it's so new and on the edge, and how people are going to respond.
It's nice to know that it's there's a specific dollar value associated with it. It makes you feel a lot better about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Did I skip anyone? Okay, then I will go myself. My name is Michael Bendit. I was working. Oh, I'm sorry, Zev. I skipped you. Zev.
No problem. Hi, everyone. Zev Gotkin, founder, CEO of ZEV Media. We're a growth marketing agency. I would say we're quick, we're nimble, we're responsive, and we're primarily focused these days on driving conversions, mostly through paid media, paid ads, usually in the form of Google ads and Facebook ads, but not only. We're really platform agnostic. And we're a full service marketing agency. So even for clients who aren't doing ads, who just need a website or SEO, social media, I'm always happy to collaborate with specialists like copywriters or SEO specialists. But yeah, our primary audience is the hospitality industry, meaning like restaurant chains, resort groups, local attractions, but we've really worked with every vertical under the sun. Before I realized hospitality would be our niche, I've really worked with a lot of other industries and still do. And really just great to meet everyone and love to do one-on-ones, love to network and find power partners to introduce people to and be introduced to. So looking forward to getting to meet all of you.
Wonderful. I have a client and partner who's in the hospitality space. They do a lot of chatbot implementations for hotels and things like that. Might be a good contact for you if you've got experience in that space.
Yeah.
All right. I will I'll mark that. And I apologize. I think for some reason when I copied and pasted into my notes, I actually ended up with Krista Giannak, dropped the K and then also the Zev Gotkin. So apologize for that. All right. I didn't miss anybody else, right? Good. So my name is Michael Bendit. In addition to doing this, building this network, I'm an independent sales rep for about a dozen software development teams. And I just launched a outreach via LinkedIn. And one of the things in putting together some messages, I thought I would ask, the prospective person on a contact, is there a phrase that defines your business philosophy? And I offered up my own, which I just created, which is pay it forward. And I think that's a lot of what this whole group is all about, connecting people, and eventually the goodwill comes back around. And it's also in many respects the way I run my software development business. I'm here as a resource to help people understand what they need to build, how they should build it, and who to build it for them. Right. So I'm a matchmaker. I have, again, a dozen teams that I represent. I'm working with Kevin right now. As I mentioned, he's in the hospitality space. Does a lot of work with chatbots. And we are getting on a call this afternoon with a destination marketing organization that markets a city in the US. So similar to, visit St. Louis, visit St. Louis kind of thing. So we implement and build technology solutions. AI is becoming a bigger part of it. So there's people who are requesting for example, for this chatbot, can we make it conversant like ChatGPT? And that might become a part of it. It's a little more expensive to do that because it has to understand the context as well. Great leads for me. A lot like Chris, we work with small agencies. I think Chris may work with larger agencies. We work with small agencies, and our projects range anywhere from a few $100s to a few $100,000. But most of the work for our agencies is less than $20,000. And we're happy to do that work because we build that relationship, and it becomes a flywheel for us. And they love coming back to us because we've got the resources they need. I will go back to gallery mode. Hold on.
By the way, Michael, if you know any other cities that need marketing, cities are also a great audience for me.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking that. So I will definitely, if we make some traction with this client, I will try to rope you in on it as well. All right, so we're down to the last 9 minutes or so. If everybody would drop their LinkedIn URL into the chat, then at the end you can download it. Next week, I'm not sure if we have a presenter next week. Let me just check. Hold on, close that. Oops, the other way around. Close. Next week. Yes, we have one next week, but we do not have anybody on August 2nd. And I'll share my screen. So you can see the sign up zone. We have somebody, David Hirschfeld, next week. We don't have anybody on August 2nd. We do have on the 8th, nobody on the 16th. So if anybody's interested, Lori, feel
Yeah.
free to sign up.
Where do I go? I mean, I'll go on August 16th. So just, I don't know where I sign up.
Yeah,
for
I'm
that.
giving, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
It's also accessible. This is you'll have to sign up onto Sign Up Zone.
Okay.
It is also accessible at trustref.net under events, the events menu, TRN Showcase sign up. I've also tried to do this. I'm using redirects. So if you have any guests, you want to go to trustref.net guest, and this will take them to a registration page where they can sign up as a guest. And you could just have them come here, and if you give them this code, TRN free pass, it will save them the $15. So you can say it's on me, you, not me, you. So do them a favor, so you can buy yourself a drink. I also have now I also done, if you want to get to our YouTube channel, trustref.net YouTube, and you can see the YouTube channel. So really straightforward. And one more thing that I'll show you, which I put in my newsletter, the TRN social networking supercharger, which is essentially a layer on top of LinkedIn, or it's a Chrome extension that works with LinkedIn to give you sort of more a greater level of intimacy, so to speak, with a smaller group of trusted connections. So if I go, for example, to James Heaton. So he and I are first connections. I know James well. So I can go to his site. I'm going to close this down, and you see this here. It'll tell me about James based on his profile. It actually gives a personality profile, etc. I trust this person. I know him from TRN. Yes, I trust him. It's going to generate a message for James, and also show him, give him a link to how to get the supercharger. I think it's a very powerful tool. It is built on this thing called My Most Trusted. So it's a white label version of the My Most Trusted tool, which is essentially this. It's you can white label it, which I've done, and it helps me promote the Trusted Referral Network, since it's very well aligned, right, with our brand. So those are, some of the advantages of being part of this network. I'm highlighting this because everybody's now on a 3-month trial, after which you'll get a bill for $360. You won't get the bill. You'll see that your network membership will expire unless you pay the $360. I hope all of you will step up and also continue being part of the network, showing up, working with other people, always trying to expand what we're offering. I'm also talking with another marketing network now that's pretty successful and potentially collaborating, where you could cross-pollinate with their group as well. So I'm going to stop sharing. Any comments, questions?
I gotta go. Bye, everyone.
All right. Take care, Lori. And let me know if you have problems getting your listing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that today. Thanks, Michael.
Wonderful. Okay. Looks like Clinton left too. All right. Listen, everybody, have a wonderful time. James, enjoy the rest of your summer up in the boondocks. Chris, take care, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Don't forget to download the chat.